Let's go over hat and mask, how to remove it. This is Umpire School 101, first day. I tell you, go back to your room and practice hat and mask, taking it off, being smooth and sharp. So start with a good cap. I've got a 7.5 here. I usually wear a 7 3/8, but for this video, I'm gonna show you that it doesn't matter how tight it is. You can still work the hat and mask and not have your hat fall off. So I've got my indicator, I've got my mask. I'm gonna start with where I grip the mask. It's these two fingers right here to the padding and the upper bar. My other fingers kind of rest on the frame and the pad. So now I've got my indicator all in there. So now I can make any calls I want, dial safes and outs. And then putting your mask on, you wanna start with the backside. This just is smoother than I'm trying to fool with it there. Start with the harness on the back, bring it to the front, set yourself up, get nice and comfortable, work your game, wait for the pitch. So now there's a ball put in play. Immediately go to that 2-finger grip, fingers resting on the pads, and there's 2 steps. It's out and up. See that? Out and up. Smooth release, avoids the brim of the cap. That's why you want to wear a 4-stitch. It helps. 6-stitch, you can get away with it, but you get dangerous because you don't want to touch the frame on the inside. So again, 2 fingers, out and up. The more proficient you become at this, the more authoritative look you have when you engage a play, when you're saying, oh my gosh, there's a ball right here, boom, I'm ready. I've seen the play, I've seen it all happen. I didn't have my mask on, I didn't drop my hat or anything like that. I was engaged in this play. So at home, work on the hat and mask. Stay tuned for helmets and how to remove those.
I wore a hockey style helmet for the majority of my umpire career. Similar with the traditional hat and mask process, you always want to hold your indicator in your left hand. I like to hold mine with just my ring finger and pinky finger. That leaves my index finger and middle finger free, as well as my thumb free to maneuver my helmet. I like to use my pointer finger and middle finger and grip the second bar there on the helmet. And then I also use my thumb to grip the shell of the helmet there, and then use my free right hand to pull the elastic back on the back, pull that back, and then just snap it on. And then pulling it back off, same thing. You want to use those 2 fingers and that thumb right there, and you want to pull out and then up. And you always want to hold your helmet in your left hand so that your right hand is free to make an out call, or that you can make your safe call there.
Nice.
And then I personally like to wear a 4-stitch hat on the plate with the helmet. It'll take a little bit of practice to get used to, but it can be done. Same process. The 2 fingers there, pull back here, snap that on. And then removing it with the hat on can be a little bit more difficult. So there's times where I would actually use both hands, use that right hand a little bit, and just kind of pull out and up. And then you always want it to go into your left hand. Again, for the purposes of having that right hand free to make your calls.
Perfect.